I just thought about, what is the difference between magic and miracles? I mean, they both start with M, so they all have a similar source of where they come from, whether it be the elements and the spirits or a divine being. Which I think, if you take that, paladins and clerics are typically like in between magic and miracles. Um, they the design an oath to say to a god or goddess that they would, devote their life and, body to, and doing so would give them divine blessings. You know, um, but I just really want to understand, like, what's the difference between magic and miracles? Because, like, Jesus, back in the day, he rose from the dead, rose that little girl or man back from the lot. Like, I remember him bringing back a child, and I remember hearing a story about him bringing back a man. All right, but in my belief, like all these stories and books we have nowadays about necromancy is thought to be looked at as evil and taboo, and not really comfortable when people find out that you're a necromancer. All right, but necromancers are not always bad or good. Typically, a majority of the time they are bad. But every now and then you find one that's not. But back in the day, when Jesus did all that, that's pretty much necromancy. It's just more to the fullest form of, bring. He didn't just reanimate a corpse. All right, he pretty much reached into the other side, pulled back her soul or his soul, and put it back into her body, which brought life back to her body, which brought her back to life. And unfortunately, unlike the Full Metal Alchemist, they kind of give a wishy-washy view on alchemy. And I believe that, at first, I do believe that you have to give up something in order to perform the magic. But I do think Jesus was just at a level of that where that rule didn't to apply to him. Um, so, like, turn the water to wine, which is illusion magic. I guess, and the way he captures words is in charm magic. That he's not really like ooh, like he's just the way he talks gets people to draw to him. He's not putting you under a spell, but he's got a way of placing his words that make you want to listen to what he has to say. You know, um, Walking on water. That's I mean, if it's not magic, I mean, like yes, okay, he's got magic that comes from him because he is God, or he's getting it from God. You know, he's getting these abilities and gifts that allow him to do, in all other words, unnatural for humans to do. But he looks like a human. Um, so I just come to think that, I mean, magic and miracles are pretty much the exact same thing. But I think magic has gotten a bad outlook on it, because I don't consider magic good or bad. I think it's balance. I think it's both. I think it's all about the person that uses it and why they use it and how they go upon using it. That gives it shape and form into if it's good or bad. I also do believe that you can use dark magic for light reasons, and I think you can use light magic for bad reasons. I think it's all about how you're using it, and particularly, and why you're using it. Um, but yeah, I just don't quite understand why they're miracles because it's from God. No, it's not magic. No, it's not magic. I mean, and I also think science is magic and miracles. It's understanding and performing, the magic without the illusion. I think science, miracles, and magic are pretty much all the same thing, just pretty much to a form of what we understand, grasp, and can do. Um, but I just kind of want to know other people's, I guess, opinions on that. Like, what's the difference between magic and miracles? and I guess in a way, science. What is the difference of those three?